horses dead at Churchill Downs, making a total of 12 that have died since stables opened in the days before the Derby. The video of one of those deaths is so disturbing, we had to blur and edit it. You're watching Wave News at 11. I'm Marissa Burke. Lost in Limbo died on the track yesterday, and now Kimberly Dream has suffered the same fate. Churchill Downs said Kimberly Dream was running in the first race today when she hurt her left front leg. A veterinarian said it was so bad they couldn't operate on it, so they had to euthanize the filly. In race 7 yesterday afternoon, Lost in Limbo buckled, fell, and got a similar injury to Kimberly Dreams. He also had to be put down. All of these deaths have people asking, is there a problem with the track, an issue with the horses, or how they're being treated, or something altogether? Wave News reporter David Ochoa looks at what's being done to protect the horses.
No one knows why so many horses are dying here at Churchill Downs. Some people might blame the track, others might allege drugs. But one recently passed act is hoping to get all the deaths out of American horse racing. Lost in Limbo and Kimberly Dream are the latest horses to die at Churchill Downs. Lost in Limbo died Friday and Kimberly Dream died Saturday. Many other horses died leading up to the Kentucky Derby and 2 more on Derby Day itself. Altogether, 12 horses have had to be euthanized since the stables at Churchill Downs opened on March 30th. On Tuesday, Churchill Downs brought in renowned researcher Dr. Mick Peterson to retest the track. Peterson was there a month before the Derby to do what he compared to a pre-flight check.
You know, when you're sitting there in the plane waiting for them to get through that long list and they don't say, "Oh, it's okay, we'll go anyway, we'll see if it'll work." We do this a month to 6 weeks before the start of the race meet.
They test for consistency around the track, dirt samples, and more. After all the horse deaths at Churchill, they were there to check that the track hadn't changed from previous tests.
It's out of an abundance of caution. Right now, we're not seeing anything, but if we do, the goal is to fix it.
Peterson said they don't know what's actually dangerous, but they hope the test improve horse safety.
And now, thanks to the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act, we're able to expand what we're doing beyond these first-tier tracks, these kind of gold standard tracks like Churchill Downs.
The current iteration of the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Act was passed last December and went into effect on Monday. And they're off. Marty Irby helped craft it and get it passed.
Well, there's several aspects to this. You have safety regulations that have to do with track surfaces, with whipping and things like that. And then you have the anti-doping regulations that would prohibit the use of all drugs within a day or so of the actual race.
Irby doesn't know why horses are dying at Churchill, but he says in the past, drugs have played a big part in horse deaths everywhere. Specifically a drug called Lasix, which causes a horse to shed off water weight and makes them lighter and run faster. Irby says it causes the bones to become weaker over time and causes fractures, which trainers and vets mask by numbing the pain.
And they're running horses on unsound legs because they're numb and they can't feel the pain. And in many instances, those are the horses that we're seeing break down, break a leg on the track, and having to be euthanized.
Irby hopes the new safety regulations will eventually make sure that no more horses have to die for the sport.
We would not tolerate the death of an athlete in any other sport, and the only reason that these deaths are tolerated is because they're horses and they're not humans.
After yet another death, Churchill Downs released this statement that says in part, "We are troubled by this recent string of fatalities. It's extremely inconsistent with the outcomes we have experienced over the years, with the reputation we have developed over the decades, and with the expectations we set for ourselves and our fans. We are committed to doing this important work and updating the public with our developments." Reporting from Churchill Downs, David Ochoa, Wave News.